blood. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey everybody, it is that green tagger here, and coming at you with another epic video. Today, I am going to be reading a creepypasta called Birthday at Freddy's. Woo! Yeah, you probably can tell by the title, me reading Birthday at Freddy's. It's like a creepypasta for a horror game. It's a little bit weird. Yeah. So, I'm going to read it. I guess I'm going to read it. Yeah. So what am I waiting for? I don't know. Let me get started. Okay. You know, parents are always finding new ways to entertain and enrich their kids. In fact, the earliest years are the most important in a child's life when it comes to developing their young mind. This was no different for me. My mom would always take me to the arcades, complete with all sorts of the top-of-the-line games, or the parks with the jungle gyms where I was scolding hot from the sun all day. There weren't too many options to choose from, but for what they were, those were what made up the fondest childhood memories. As a treat for my 7th birthday, my mom took me to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. It was supposed to be a fun little place, from what I can remember, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life, or something like that. It looked very promising, to be honest with you, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited about going there. The pizza's what you expect, lazily put together, and didn't quite taste right. But you didn't go there for the food. You went to see Freddy Fazbear and his gang of colorful friends. Bonnie the Bunny and Chica the Chick. There's Foxy, too, and he lived in Pirate Cove. Thinking back on it now, the animatronics are pretty good for the time. They had full-body movement and singing on stage, and even Foxy moved on quite a bit in his little pirate ship. In fact, I remember that after a few songs, Freddy and his friends would come off stage and walk around, interacting with the kids. They'd walk up to the kids saying things like, "How's the pizza? Good, I bet." Or, "Having fun? I know I am." I remember that Foxy always said, "It's me! I'm gonna get ya!" It was cute. To keep kids entertained, there'd be games they'd play like Follow the Freddy, which was just follow the leader, or Foxy's Treasure Hunt, where the kids would be given small trinkets and Foxy would chase after them, like a game of tag. I remember I finished my slice of pizza, and I could play a treasure hunt game with Foxy. My mom said it was okay, so I got up, and one of the workers gave me a tiny, palm-sized treasure chest. I was actually really excited. Foxy was my favorite. Me and 6 other kids were given small treasures, and that's when Foxy jumped off Pirate Cove. He yelled, "It's me! I'm gonna get ya!" And that's when we all scrambled. It was great fun. I looked over my shoulder and saw Foxy chasing the other kids, and at one point, he even almost got me. Boy, Foxy was fast. I didn't quite know at the time, but while I was in the middle of playing the treasure hunt game, my mom lifted me up abruptly and carried me swiftly toward the exit. She said things like, "We've got to go right now," and "We never should have come here." I never heard such urgency in her voice before. I knew maybe it was because some kids started crying when Foxy caught him. They'd screamed really loud and started sobbing. I remember that a bunch of parents rushed over, and there was all sorts of commotion and noise, but I was too much busy having fun to notice anything was wrong. But now that I think of it, I do remember that as my mom carried me through the exit, I saw Foxy standing above the body of the kid he had caught. He was staring right at me, with crimson liquid dripping from his sharp teeth. "It's me! I'm gonna get ya!" That is a very scary creepypasta, I think. Especially the end. So, well, that was me reading Birthday at Freddy's. I hope you liked it, and bye! It is